Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White, and I'm an employment attorney. And today we're answering questions from the YouTube analytics crew, where they tell us what to answer, what to do videos on. If we know it's good for us, we'll do that. So listen, I guess the other way of looking at it is people are searching for these topics. Specifically, this topic was searched for, Lordy Begordy, 480 times in the last 6 months. 480 times. So there's 480 people, or one person 480 times, I suppose. I don't know. Although I guess these are unique searches. So I guess it's 480 people, different people, or at least people searching from different IP addresses who asked this question. Is it worth suing your employer? That is a complex question, and the answer is I don't know. But let's dig into it anyways. First answer, best answer is depends on your claim. Like, if you have been horribly sexually harassed or sexually assaulted, and you've got some evidence, and your employer has some money, yes, I think for a variety of reasons, moral, safety, the desire for this not to happen to other people, and the economics, the fiscal aspect, right? You want some money to make up for what was done for you, right? Because you've been harmed horrifically, and that takes time to heal from. So some money would be nice. Yeah, probably in that scenario, it is very, very much going to be worth it to you to sue your employer. Conversely, if you're alone in an elevator with your boss and your boss makes an off-color comment that might be a microaggression, might be could be discriminatory. I mean, when you hear it, you go, I don't know about that one, right? But it's not clearly a racist trope. Is that worth it? I don't know. I mean, you could take the moral stance and say, hey, I gotta oppose discrimination, and for you, it might indeed be worth it because you have this principled moral stance, right? Fiscally, considering the risk involved in litigation, in a he said she said, or he said, or she said she said, whatever it might be. Is it worth it fiscally? Is it worth it economically? Excuse me. Probably no, right? I mean, probably not. No, you know. So what I would probably say, first things first, if you got a claim and you're not sure if it's worth it to you to sue your employer, let me suggest that. Oh, there's a fire alert. I don't know if you can hear this, but they're telling me there's a fire alert in the building. Okay, I can stay here apparently. Just just a test. Sorry. Wow, he's making it as long as he can. All right, we're back. Okay. Simple test. If you want to find out if your claim is worth it, put together a good pitch of your case. Use our Find an Employment Attorney playlist to sharpen up your pitch. Make it really tight. Make it good. Make it compelling for employment attorneys. Make it as nicey nice as you can, right? Then schedule 3 to 5 free consultations with local employment attorneys. Gauge how excited those employment attorneys are to be listening to you, to be talking to you, to be trying to potentially help you, right? If those employment attorneys are very excited, well, the chances that your case is worth it and that it's worth it for you specifically to sue your employer, much higher, right? If they're like, yeah, I guess that's a claim. I mean, I don't really want to be involved in it, but it's probably a claim. Probably not worth it to sue your employer. Really good way to lean on the learned experience of people who do this every day and derive some value, some information from them, right? And don't feel bad for us. I mean, listen, we're supposed to be helping you. The free consultation, glad to help somebody, right? And I'm sure not every employment attorney feels that way, but it's on them. That's really their problem. Go ahead and schedule your consultation, I say. Now, there's more to think about, right? Because if you're suing your employer, well, you could do it in arbitration or in certain agencies where it's quieter. You can quiet case it, and we have videos on the channel about this. Or you might do it in state or federal court, which is generally going to be a public docket. Is that worth it to you? Well, what's the earning potential of the rest of your career? Do you believe in your industry bringing this case is going to make it hard for you to find jobs? Do you think it's going to impair your career and your earning potential as you go forward, right? Hold on a moment. If you win a case for $1 million, but you also happen to shave off $7 million of your earning potential over the course of your career, was that worth it for you? Many people might say no. Now, there's, again, more than just the monetary aspect to this. Like, you might need to take a stand. You might feel this is the right thing to do. You might feel you need to protect others. There's a lot of reasons why employment plaintiffs do what they do. And in my experience, most are not worried about the money first and foremost, believe it or not. Employment litigation is a terrible way to make money. It's high risk, and I mean, it's great for the attorneys, don't get me wrong, but it's great for me. But it can be hard on the plaintiff. It's kind of a brutal it's kind of a brutal process, you know? With a lot of risk and a lot of work and a lot of pitfalls. So, you know, keep in mind your career, keep in mind your public persona and how you're perceived and how people are going to learn about you, right? If somebody Googles you, are they going to turn up your case? Do you want them to know about your case? Maybe you're proud of your case. Maybe you're embarrassed by your case. Maybe you feel your case is going to hurt you in your career, right? So if you're going public, that changes the calculus again. Is it worth it to you to have your name show up in every background check, every Google search for the rest of your life? When they search you, they find your case. Is it worth it? Well, if you quiet case it, certainly still could be, right? If you go public, you're filing on a public docket like state or federal court, tough call. The bravest of the brave do that. I mean, listen, we have those conversations routinely with clients. Like, hey, we think we can get you more in federal court, but it is a public docket, right? That's, in many ways, the price we often pay to get access to a jury. Public docket. Your case is public. Tough call. Is it worth it? Only you can say, right? Now, there's more, believe it or not. Is it worth it to go after your employer and settle? Well, if you settle early, you don't have to go to federal court, so there's no public filings. You don't have to go through a lot of the work and a lot of suffering that plaintiffs tend to go through, because this process is not easy on plaintiffs. And you're going to get money, but if you settle fast, you might not get as much. Maybe, right? Sometimes the employer comes out of the gate like, oh, how many zeros on the check, right? I get those calls, 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. How many zeros? Just leave me alone. Don't let my wife find out. And those cases certainly happen, but often you will find if you're taking a settlement early, it might be an initial settlement. It might not be the biggest sum of money. What's the cost benefit there? Is it worth it to you to take a smaller amount of money to avoid all the wear and tear, the pain, the suffering, the work of being a plaintiff in a 2.5-year litigation campaign with your employer? I don't know. Only you can make that decision, right? I mean, that's a big decision, right? And it's a decision you have to make. I can kind of in ignorance of the wear and tear because I assume you haven't sued an employer before. Most of you haven't. So when I come to you and I tell you, "Hey, this is going to be hard," those words, you don't digest them because you don't know what that means, right? You hear me and maybe just maybe you believe me, but it's hard to have context. It's hard to feel what that means because being a plaintiff is a particular and unique kind of pain. I know I don't know how it feels. I've never been. Yeah, I've never sued anyone. I'm pretty sure. Um, but I've been with thousands. I've helped thousands. I've represented thousands of people who sued their employer. And I will tell you, although I truly don't I don't truly empathize. I can't truly know how they're feeling. From the outside looking in, it looks brutal. It's hard. It's even hard on the attorneys. I can tell you that, right? Like it's like litigation attorneys, I think it's like a 1 in 14 suicide attempt rate. We have our own addiction, like recovery groups, our own Al-Anon, Alcoholics Anonymous, or like all kinds of stuff, right? Like it's litigation attorneys, don't pity us. They're not okay. I should say, perhaps, we're not okay. I think I'm all right. But that being said, I mean, I am 42 with a shock white beard, so, you know, maybe I'm not really calculating the wear and tear correctly. Um, all of this is important to consider when you're trying to decide, is it worth it to sue my employer? It is hard. It can be risky. Admittedly, the settlement rate is quite high in our industry, but that is not a guarantee that you will get paid or that you will get paid quickly, right? Um, so I never judge someone who's like, hey, I know I have this amazing case, but I don't think I'm the person to fight this one. Not your job. It's not your job to be the hero. It's not your job to be the the vanguard, the one who fights back, the vigilante who takes the employer, right? No one can decide. You plaintiff, potential plaintiff, you have to do this. Otherwise, it's going to happen to other people. No one gets to put that on you. No one, right? You got a life. You got things to think about. You got responsibilities. I get it. I'm never going to put that on you. I don't think anyone else should ever put that on you. Anyone who does, kind of a bad person, right? Like, instead of putting that on you, why don't they get in the mix and they go ahead and bring their own case, right? Or they can become an employment attorney and help people in your position. But it's easy for people to say, this is your duty to do this. It's not. Do it if it helps you. You are the one who's been wronged. You specifically, you as an individual have been wronged. Other people have also been wronged. Those people have their own potential claims. Your claim is yours. Only bring it if it's right for you. Right? And anyone who tells you different, tune them out. Those people are not putting your well-being first. And they probably have not been faced with a scenario where they have to sacrifice their own well-being to do what's right for other people. And as loud as they are telling you, you got to bring your case because you're going to help fight this and it's not going to happen to other people because you brought your case. Is that true? Yeah, it could be true. It could be true. But the person telling you that is often the first person to turn their back when they could sacrifice something on their end to help other people, right? I just think that the loudest mouths pushing you to bring the case often have the least action, right? Often it's the internet keyboard warrior. I'm I'm big on Twitter, and I tell everybody about cultural appropriation. Yeah, I think culture should be respected, but I don't know if the keyboard warrior who tappas on the keyboard all day instead of doing something real, I don't know if that's the person who should be putting pressure on you, who's living in the real world, the real world consequences and real world responsibilities, and, and telling you what you need to do. Uh, yeah, I don't. There's a lot of keyboard warriors. They're not very effective. Most of them are in basements, paid for by their parents, right? Like that's the only people on the Twitters and the Instagrams and all this. It's nonsense. But if you're asking me, ultimately, can you make money in an employment law case? Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry bad things happen to you, but often we can make people pay for what they did to you, whether that's by settlement or by a verdict or an arbitrator's award, whatever it might be, right? I mean, there's a lot we can do, and it can be economically, fiscally rewarding. I just think there's a lot more to think about than that. So, I wanted to make this video answering this question posed by 480 human beings, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, like, subscribe, comment down below, share our channel so it can grow. If it wasn't, let me know how. Tell me how I failed you, and I will try to do better. Maybe. Take care, everybody.